The Wizenheimers inhabited a quaint little dwelling near the beginning of a cul-de-sac. Him, born 20 years late, never fitting in, with first schoolmates, then later co-workers. Her, homeschooled, a self-described geek, later blossomed, if you will, into a beauty queen. Through correspondence, these two, in scientific terms, conjoined. Latitude, north, 27 degrees, 52 minutes, 38.63 seconds. Longitude, west, 82 degrees, 51 minutes, 3.719 seconds. They fancied themselves artists, yet had no skill. He would sit for hours trying to draw a perfect circle because of a story he once heard about Giotto and Pope Boniface VIII and a commission for St. Peter's. She sat all day long staring out a window waiting for inspiration to strike, but mostly just watched the storm, often rubbing her supple breasts. Fulfilling their civic and earthly duty, they recycled every Friday. On Thursday nights, they would separate glass and paper. This made them feel good, even though the trash men threw it all together in the same truck the next day. He kept 3 guitars he never played, hanging like achievement on a red and black wall. Together, they crocheted a buffalo they once saw on vacation on a plain in South Dakota. Ultimately, they gave up and his mother finished. It still hangs like an undeserved participation trophy on a wall in a studio he never uses. Taken aback by all the violence and unkindness in the world, they wanted to create something simple, irreverent, yet beautiful. At age 40, they rescued a dog and treated it like a child they never had. They named it after a fictional furry creature they once saw in a movie as children. The dog, always loyal, knew basic commands and other pleasantries, but he thought stupid tricks would only demean them both and never pursued her education any further. Together they would sit side by side and watch episodes of Planet Earth. When told to stay, she'd stay for hours. Their house, decorated in Christmas lights year-round, its soft glow warmed them deep inside. In October, the color scheme shifted to deep orange and skulls. It's best to confront fears face on, they thought. He'd sit for 30 minutes at a time on the toilet, stalling, sometimes reading books, but mostly playing Candy Crush or looking at tits and ass on his phone, waiting for her to finish the dishes. She, always the voyeur, was drawn to the abnormal and imagined conversations that she would never have with the bizarre and eccentric. Sometimes he'd find poop bags in the pockets of his shorts. She sat next to him while he held conversations, often never hearing a word. He'd forever enter the pool with his enigmatic egg roll, once described in photograph as birthing the sumo. She would watch in subtle amusement, stuck in everlasting adolescence, twirling with sexual ambivalence. Every spring she'd plant a new generation of herbs, flowers, and vegetables. In a month, these plants would all be dead from lack of water. Together, they would listen to experimental jazz. One day, while sorting through a junk drawer, she found a lone expired condom in a green wrapper, formed into twisted pleasure that she had never felt, yet often yearned for. At the same time, sat a tomato, 6 feet 8 inches away, next to a toaster on a laminated kitchen countertop. Clothed in only underwear, he enters the kitchen, recognizing instantly the wonderful color schemes coming together in the room. At that moment, they both knew what they had to do next. As the tomato hung in its unripe latex womb from the faux flame chandelier, they stared in awe at its pure beauty, and they knew deep inside that together they had created something beautiful.
It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Hanging with my friends. Hanging with my friends. Hanging with